Chapter 1. The Prank That Shouldn't Have Happened. My name is Jalen Ward, maintenance tech aboard the Atlas Ring, one of the largest orbital academies in the Hellion sector. I was eating my usual lonely lunch, synthetic noodles extra broth, when it happened. The cafeteria was noisy as always. Cadets shouting, drones buzzing overhead, and instructors pretending they weren't watching everyone. Me? I liked quiet corners. Maintenance staff weren't exactly popular. That's when I heard a voice behind me whisper, "Do it. He won't expect it," followed by laughter. Then she sat down beside me. Not just anyone. Lira Voss, top cadet, genetically enhanced, daughter of an admiral, and universally known for her elite friend group and equally elite pranks. She leaned in casually, her silver braids slipping over her shoulder as she smirked at her friends across the cafeteria. They were recording, of course, probably expecting me to freak out, fall out of my chair, or do something humiliating. I kept eating my noodles. She blinked, surprised. "You're not reacting?" "Nope. That's it," she pressed. "I sit next to you, me, and nothing?" "You're blocking the view of the holoscreen," I said, slurping my noodles. Lira looked down, then back at me, like she couldn't believe her prank wasn't working. Her friends were still recording, confused. Then the cafeteria lights flickered. Everyone froze. A low hum vibrated through the floor. Lira frowned. What was that? Before I could answer, the station alarms blasted. Warning, warning. Unauthorized energy surge. Sector 14. My stomach dropped. Sector 14 was directly beneath the cafeteria floor. And whatever had just happened, Lira had triggered it. Her joking smile disappeared instantly. "What did I do?" she whispered. I didn't have the heart to say the truth yet. She had activated something that shouldn't exist. Something ancient. Something alive. Chapter 2. The First Signal. Everyone in the cafeteria panicked. Cadets running, drones scattering, instructors yelling over one another. But Lira grabbed my arm. "You work on the lower decks, right? Maintenance. You know what's down there." "I know it shouldn't be down there." She swallowed. "Take me."
"What?"
"Why?" "Because I caused it." Her friends had stopped recording. Their faces were pale, worried. Lira wasn't pranking anymore. She meant it. I sighed.
"Fine.
But stay close." We hurried down the emergency stairs, passing flickering lights and humming panels. The deeper we descended, the colder it got. Sector 14 didn't get visitors.
It was sealed decades ago.
"Why would my prank trigger anything?" she asked, shivering. "Because that seat you sat in? The wall behind it has an old Earth relay. Your implant pinged it."
She stopped.
"My implant? That's impossible. It's standard issue."
"Not your version," I said.
"You're Admiral Voss's daughter. You have a higher security tier." She avoided my gaze. "So, I accidentally activated a security relic." "Not a relic," I muttered. "A warning beacon." Her face drained of color. We reached the sealed bulkhead of Sector 14. The door was glowing, not green like normal but violent blue. Lira reached toward it. "Don't touch." Too late. The door dissolved into dust. And inside was darkness. No, not darkness. Movement. The walls pulsed with faint blue veins, like something was sleeping inside the metal. Lira stepped backward in horror. "This isn't natural." "It's not," I said. "It's pre-Empire technology." Her voice trembled. "You mean alien?"
"No."
"Then what?" I stared at the glowing veins, feeling them vibrate in sync with my pulse. Human. Very ancient human. Chapter 3. The Thing That Awoke. We stepped inside, the bulkhead sealing behind us with a heavy thud. Lira jumped. "Tell me that door didn't lock." "Okay," I said. It didn't lock. Did it lock? Definitely.
She groaned.
The room was circular, with a massive spherical structure floating at its center, suspended by beams of blue light. The blue veins stretched from the orb, connecting it to the walls. Lira whispered, "It's beautiful." "It's a Cognisphere," I explained. Old Earth scientists built these long before the Empire. They were early AIs. Why shut it away? Because they weren't just AIs, I said. They adapted to human emotion. Too well. Her eyes widened. You mean they were alive? Alive enough that the Empire outlawed them. Lira approached slowly. Is it dangerous? Only if it feels threatened. She turned around sharply. Threatened by what? I looked at her, then pointed. At you. She froze. The Cognisphere pulsed. A voice boomed in our heads, ancient yet childlike. Identity verified. Empathic key detected. Lira stumbled back. It's talking to us. It's talking to you. I corrected. Your emotional spike activated it. My emotional. I was just sitting down as a prank. And you were embarrassed it didn't work, I said. That emotional surge woke it. She covered her face. This is the stupidest accident in the galaxy. The Cognisphere pulsed again, initiating pair bond sequence. Lira choked. Pair what? I swear my soul left my body. Not that kind of pair bond, I muttered quickly. It just means you're the key user now. It binds to your emotional patterns. Lira stared in horror. So, it imprinted on me? Yes. And it won't shut off until? Until you tell it to. She groaned loudly. This was supposed to be a harmless prank. Well, I said, you triggered a pre-imperial superintelligence. Lira sank to her knees. And now the Academy is going to kill me. Chapter 4. The First Test. The Cognisphere shifted, panels sliding open like petals. A hologram emerged, depicting star maps, energy grids, and something else. A symbol. A spiral flame. Lira frowned. What's that? The Ember Array, I whispered, stunned. It's a weapon. A planet breaker. Lost centuries ago. Lira whirled toward the AI. Why show us this? Because the array has been reactivated. Every hair on my neck stood up. Impossible. Very possible. The sphere boomed. A hostile faction seeks it. Lira paled. Hostile?
Who?
Before it answered, the station shook violently. A metallic screech echoed through the walls. Was that impact? Lira asked. I listened carefully.
No.
That was a boarding claw. Her breath hitched. We're being invaded. The Cognisphere dimmed. Protect the key. Protect the emotional vessel. Lira pointed at herself. I'm the emotional vessel? And then we heard footsteps outside the door. Heavy. Armored. Not friendly. Chapter 5. Run. The bulkhead began melting. Something was cutting through from the outside. Lira grabbed my arm. They're after me. Because I activated this thing. They don't want you, I said darkly. They want the Cognisphere. And if they get it, they'll find the Ember Array. The wall tore open. Black-armored soldiers spilled inside, their rifles glowing red. Run,
I yelled.
We sprinted through a secondary corridor as plasma bolts blasted behind us. Lira was fast, genetically enhanced reflexes, but panic slowed her. This is all my fault, she gasped. Not the time. A bolt grazed the wall next to her head. She ducked. Okay, maybe time to panic. We slid behind a support beam. I pulled out my only weapon, an old maintenance arc torch. Lira blinked. That's not a weapon. It melts metal. We're not fighting metal. Another plasma bolt sizzled past. I stand corrected, she muttered. Use it. I ignited the torch and sliced a steam valve behind us. Superheated vapor blasted into the hallway, forcing the soldiers to fall back. Move! We dashed further down, reached an elevator shaft, and climbed halfway before soldiers started firing up at us. Lira panted. Why are they so obsessed with this thing? Because it's not just a key, I said. It can predict future outcomes. Strategize.
Control systems.
They'll use it to find the Ember Array and wipe out entire systems. Lira whispered, and I woke it up with a prank. Yep. This is the worst day of my life. Same. Chapter 6. The heart of the station, we reached the central power core, where glowing conduits stretched like vines. I locked the door behind us, knowing it wouldn't hold long. Lira slumped against a console. I'm sorry, she said quietly. I didn't mean for any of this. I hesitated, softening. I know. You don't hate me? Lira, I've worked here 5 years. Cadets prank techs all the time. You're not cruel, just reckless. She exhaled shakily. And now people might die. I stepped closer. Not if we shut down the Cognisphere. Her eyes widened. Can we? Only the key user can. She swallowed. So, I have to tell it to sleep?
Yes.
But we need to restore stable energy to its chamber first. She nodded and moved to the control console. Tell me what to do. I guided her hands over the controls, redirecting power, closing circuit loops, stabilizing the energy grid. Her fingers brushed mine once. Just once. She froze. Jalen. Focus. We're almost done. But I felt it too. A pull. A connection I didn't expect. We reinitialized the Cognisphere chamber. A distant hum echoed. Then boom. The door blew inward. Soldiers rushed in. Lira screamed. I stepped in front of her. Stay back. The leader raised his rifle. Give us the girl. She's not going anywhere. Lira whispered. Jalen, they fired. I dove, dragging her behind a generator. Sparks exploded everywhere. We're trapped, she cried. Not yet. We crawled along the back, sparks flying over us. Plasma bolts tore through the machinery. She needs to leave, the leader shouted. She's the key. Lira gripped my sleeve. They'll kill us. Then, a voice rang through the chamber, initiating defensive response. The Cognisphere's energy surged through the floor, and the station awakened. Panels unfolded. Shields activated. Robots powered up from dormancy. Then the sphere spoke. Protect the emotional vessel. Lira groaned. I hate that name. Robotic arms shot down from the ceiling and blasted the soldiers backwards with stunning pulses. The invading squad fell unconscious instantly. Lira stared in awe. You said it wasn't dangerous. I said it wasn't dangerous unless threatened. She glared. This qualifies as threatened. Fair point. Chapter 7. The truth revealed. We returned to the Cognisphere chamber as the sphere pulsed with light. Lira stepped forward, wary but determined. Why me? She asked softly. Why imprint on me? Your emotional frequency matches the original creators.
Fear. Pride.
Hope. Connection. She blinked. You think I'm hopeful? And afraid. And brave. Her throat tightened. Then the Cognisphere said, but you are not complete. She flinched. Meaning? The sphere turned toward me. The pair is not balanced. Lira whispered. Pair? It recognizes emotional bonds. I explained quietly. It's reading us. Lira's cheeks flushed. Oh. The sphere pulsed brighter. Do you wish to establish completion? Lira and I froze. I coughed. Just ignore that, but she didn't. Her eyes met mine. "Do you trust me?" she asked softly. I hesitated, then nodded.
Yeah.
"I do." She turned to the sphere, voice steady. "Proceed." Light exploded. The Cognisphere hummed, tendrils of energy wrapping gently around us, scanning, synchronizing, aligning. In a single moment, our emotions merged, not romantically, not telepathically, but transparently. We understood each other. Her fears, my doubts, her loneliness behind her popularity, my isolation behind my work. The light faded. Pair complete. Lira inhaled sharply. That felt weird.
Yeah.
But she smiled. For the first time all day. Chapter 8. The Ending. The day we changed everything, we stabilized the Cognisphere, locked down the intruders, and alerted the station. Admiral Voss himself arrived with her fleet, furious, until he realized the significance of what we found. The Cognisphere was not destroyed. It was preserved. Because Lira and I were now registered as its co-keys, the Empire couldn't simply erase it. The station buzzed with rumors. A prank gone wrong. A mechanic and a prodigy. And an ancient AI choosing a pair. Lira found me later on the observation deck. "Hey," she said softly, sitting beside me, but not as a prank this time. "Hey." She nudged my shoulder. "So, I guess we're stuck as a pair now." "Looks like it. Could be worse," she said, smiling shyly. "You're not terrible company." I chuckled. "Back at you." She gazed out at the stars. "Jalen, thank you.
For protecting me.
For not freaking out. For reminding me I'm more than a prank." I shrugged. "Thanks for choosing to trust me. And for not letting them kill me." She laughed. Then she grew quiet. "You know, if I sat beside you again, it wouldn't be a joke." I looked at her. "That'd be nice." The stars shimmered outside the window. The Cognisphere hummed softly in the distance. And the two of us, the mechanic and the prankster Cadet, were now bound by something wild, ancient, and powerful. A prank started it, but something real came after. Something neither of us expected, but neither of us wanted to undo.